Hello everybody, it is May 29th, 2022, and I'm out on Allen Lake today with another motor. This is the 1962-ish, Evinrude-ish Fastwin that I did a barrel test on yesterday, or a tank test on yesterday. I suppose I can give the rundown on it. If you don't want to listen to the story, go ahead and skip ahead. It'll probably be a few minutes, so... this one was a huge mess when I got it. It was just about everything that could be wrong with it was wrong with it. I ended up, as you can see, it's got a red upper gear case housing. That's from 1957 Johnson FD11. I did manage to save the skeg from the original gear case. Everything else was trashed. Had a water pump screw twisted off in it. Somebody tried to fix it. Drilled the hole off center. It's fixable, but I wasn't in for it this time. I'll have to do a weld repair on it and fix it the right way later on. Anyway, I used a gear set that I had off in my parts from an old lower unit that I had torn apart a long time ago. That was part of it was wasted, and I did use the midsection. That got reused. The power head had a thermostat screw twisted off in it. I was going to swap the head, but I had 7 of the 10 head bolts were stuck really hard, so I thought I'd be better off trying to take that screw out. I did manage to get that out of there. Welded the nut on it. Actually took 4 tries, but finally got it out. And all 4 of the lower pan mounts were loose or broken. 3 of the mounts themselves were broken. This front cowl mount with the remote cable was broken. This one's for a Johnson, but with a little modification that works. A Johnson shift handle, because the original shift handle was broken. Went through the magneto, and it had a Sierra coil and a Proofrex coil. The Sierra coil was rubbing the inside of the flywheel. It worked okay, but since that lamination didn't fit right, I just decided to replace that one with OEM. I put a new set of spark plugs in this and redid the rest of the ignition. I reused 1 set of points. The points in it were new, all but had very little runtime on those. One of them wouldn't adjust properly, so I replaced that one with a good used set that I had that had very little time on it also. Cleaned them up, adjusted those, got new plug wires and plug wire boots, and the carburetor was replaced with a rebuilt one that I had in my parts box. It was missing the link bar that opens up the throttle when you pull the choke. That's something that I'll have to fix on that one later. I saved the carb, but I didn't put it on this motor. So the carburetor was rebuilt. It's got new packing, new float, new gasket, new needle and seat, all that in it. Put new fuel lines on it. I put a new gasket in the filter bowl, cleaned the fuel filter. The recoil was junk on this one. The spring had broken, and it had a bunch of corrosion from rodent pee and everything else on it, so that got replaced. Give you another look here. I'll swing it down. So someone else had replaced the starboard transom clamp with one from a later Evinrude. I put new handles on. I actually replaced one of the screws. The screw that was on there was messed up. It didn't have a good groove, and the pad was gone. So I put a new pad on it and a new clip on another replacement screw. So now it's got real handles on it. I did replace all the mounts, the 3 that were broken. The tiller grip was cracking pretty bad. I actually made this one. This one's 3D printed. Designed that one in CAD and printed that. The rope pull I replaced. That's also one that I made. The roller on the hood latch was gone, so I made one of those. And the throttle cam roller was also worn out, so I made one of those. This one had a challenge around every corner. It was just one thing after another with this one. But after everything, I think it turned out pretty good. So we're going to give her a lake ride and show you how it turned out. This is a 24-to-1 mixed motor. I'm running it on 24-to-1. I got my pressure tank with 24-to-1, and I've got my single line conversion on it. I have another fuel tank in the front, but this boat needs a little bow ballast, so I'm using that for ballast at the moment. All right, let's fire it up and see how it does. It's really busy out here on the lake today. There's murder hornets everywhere, and pontoons and fishing boats and kayaks and you name it. About as busy as I've ever seen it. But it is Memorial Weekend, so I can understand. All right, let's go. Hood rattles a little bit, but whatever. Water pump works good. Reverse. Back into forward. Well, for a piece together Johnny Cash of a motor, this thing turned out to be really good. I'm real happy with it. Let's probably run this one quite a bit. It did better than 24 miles an hour on my 16-foot Alumacraft Model K, so I'm happy. Seems to run good, idle good, got plenty of power. Till next time, thanks for watching. Keep your prop out of the mud.